Hello, everybody, and that was a joy. That was a sheer joy, and will I have to start eating some humble pie? Who knows? Um, what can I say? It was a 1-0 win for the Mariners over Gillingham, and I'm going to break this one down um, in the only way I know how, really, that is the best performance I've seen Grimsby put in. Not football wise, we played better football this season, definitely. But I've got to say that is the best performance I've seen Town put in this season. And what you'd say is a fantastic, great away performance. The reason why I'm going to put this down as probably the best performance so far this season, A, you have to look at who we were playing. B, we were going against somebody that hadn't lost in a calendar year at home. And we reduced them to so little. So little. And let's just get on with it. Let's talk about the actual team that was put out for Grimsby. We started with Jackson Smith in goal, who came in on emergency loan from Barnsley this week. Lewis Kess started at left back. Harvey Rogers, Cameron McJanet and Denver Hume on the right wing. They're both Lewis and Denver, obviously with the right and left backs. Obviously the wing backs. George McEachran, Jason Van Dorsen, Kieran Green, Evan Corey, Luca Barrington, and Danny Rose were the 11 to start the game. And it was a bit cagey to begin with. There wasn't many chances in the game, if you're going to look at it from that perspective. But everybody to a man that came on in this game. On the bench, Rakeel Pike did make a return to the bench. And like I was saying just there, everyone to a man was at least a 7 or 8 out of 10 minimum, because it was backs to the wall in the aspect of possession. I think David Artell knew that we weren't going to have the possession that we'd have in certain games this season. But boy, was everybody effective. Evan Corey had a fantastic game today. Solid again. A good 7 or 8 out of 10 from Evan. George McEachran, he was running. When I say running, he was controlling their attacking and midfield players. They didn't know what to do. Every single time, people like Williams and that had the ball, and Johnny Williams, obviously former Welsh international, he pretty much got bossed by George McEachran. It was a joy to literally see. I thought Luca had another great performance and second straight start. This time playing on the wing. Amazing performance. A great ball in about halfway through the second half, which made their goalkeeper flap a little bit and got us a corner, in fact, from that. Kieran Green is Kieran Green. Need we say more? Fantastic performance again by Kieran. Again, not the most skillful player, but my God, does he give you 100 and I'm going to say 150%. Keiron was immense today. You've got to just praise them all. Cameron McJanet and Harvey Rogers, that is without doubt the best performance I've seen out of those two as a collective centre-back pairing. Every single time the ball came in, either Harvey or Cameron, most of the time, were getting their head on the ball. It was every single time. It was the best performance I've seen of Harvey Rogers in a Grimsby shirt, and Cameron McJanet just showing, they are maybe, and I'm still trying to be level-headed here, really, but that, maybe starting to build up an understanding. That's 2 clean sheets out of 3, and I've always spoke about consistency, and that's all I expect from Grimsby. Like I said, I went for a draw. I didn't expect Grimsby to win this game, not one bit. That was never what I thought we'd do. Yassin as well. I'll have a little word for Yassin. He never stopped running down the other wing. Barrington one side and Yassin the other side. The energy levels of the guys tonight were absolutely immense. Lewis Kess came in for a start, and it was just, it was a pleasure to watch. Never really felt in trouble. Never really felt under threat. But there is a guy that I am going to pick out for special praise. I know everyone loves Keiron Green, and I don't blame them. Tonight's performance again of Denver Hume is, to me, alongside Keiron, he's probably one of the most consistent performers this season, really. I said to a friend of mine in a text message while the game was happening, I was saying, if there's Denver can pick a pass. He did it against Carlisle, and he's done it again tonight. That pass for the goal from Keiron Green, which was gotten on 21 minutes, really when Gillingham had started fairly well, but that ball from Denver Hume, kind of like he sort of side-footed it and angled it, to put Keiron into space. And Keiron ran on like a striker, really, that is in real good goal-scoring form. And it was never really in doubt once he got there and slotted it past the keeper, and it was just absolutely fantastic. But back in general to Denver, this guy is becoming a little bit of a favourite of mine. He is doing the defence splitting passes that Artel said in his post match tonight. In the post match tonight, we weren't able to do that last season. We tried it a couple of times last season. We weren't able to, but if you look at it now, Denver is being one of the more consistent players this season, and it wasn't all hands on deck either. But every single time Gillingham put the ball in the box, got it wide, there were two on players at certain times. They even brought George Lapsley on in the second half, and he was pretty much shut out as much as anybody. Their player Ogie, their centre back Ogie, he came the closest for Gillingham. To be fair, with a great shot, which probably in any other night probably would have creeped in the creeped in the corner, but didn't. They did have one, I would say, better chance than that, which was the one that flashed across the box and never seemed like he didn't quite connect with it properly, and he'll be a bit disappointed not to have put that one away. I think I've done enough praise now of everybody in this team. The final guy I need to praise, and then I'll just praise them all, is Jackson Smith. You know, he's come in a day ago roughly, and on emergency loan from Barnsley, and yeah, he had very, very little to do. He didn't really have any shots to save, but boy was he commanding. Absolutely commanded that box like I haven't seen it commanded. Really, since Dean Henderson. Really, you can see why people at Walsall loved him. You can see why Barnsley have given him a 4-year contract. Boy, can you see that. What I did like about what Grimsby did tonight, alongside with Cass and Hume, McJanet and McEachran and Smith, they mixed it up. They didn't just go short all the time. They went long. They used Jackson's distribution from goal kicks. They used it. It was like, this is good. What I liked about us tonight, we weren't predictable. We weren't always short. We went long. When we did try and go down the line, the movement was so much better. There's still plenty to work on, but this was a performance to be proud of. It was an absolute, in a way, joy to sit there and watch, and you never really felt like, even as dangerous as Gillingham were, you never really felt like for the first time this season, I trusted every single player on that pitch. And like I said a draw before the game, and I meant that. I wasn't expecting Grimsby to win this one. Not at all was I expecting Grimsby to win. But I also said it'd be typical Mariners, wouldn't it? You know, and now we've won 3 in a row. Now people might come at me and say, well, this is the consistency you're talking about. Of course it is. But what I'm going to say this is, and like I've said before, I'm not expecting to win every week, but performances like that where you could feel everybody, that is the first time I've honestly felt like everybody was playing for Artell. Does that change my opinion at the moment? No, but at the same time it's getting there, because what I could see tonight, they played as a unit. We made it difficult for Gillingham. Gillingham didn't really get any chances on Jackson's goal. It's the best I've seen Harvey Rodgers in a town shirt. Cameron McJanet is coming on leaps and bounds. George McEachran, what a player. Genuinely what a player. Denver Hume, what a ball passer he is, really, genuinely. Luca Barrington, I always call him Louis. Luca Barrington, you can see where he's got the talent and future from. He's going to be some player as well as he gets older. And Keiron Green, can we say any more about him? And also one final thing on Evan Corey. He's proving me wrong. But I remember saying towards the back in last year, this guy hasn't got it. This guy has not got it. He's loose with his passing. He's not he's not all that. He's proving me wrong, and I'm willing to put my hands up when I'm wrong. Evan Corey is proving me wrong. He's been so solid in his midfield role. He's being solid. Again, he's kind of like Keiron. He's not the flashiest of players, but that is down to him playing regularly. And all I can say is bravo, lads. Bravo. Genuinely bravo. And Artel, I have to give him credit. You know, I know that I'm not Artel's biggest fan, and I'm not. But what his team did show me tonight is they are playing for him. You know, and they've also shown they can defend when they're together. And this was the first time I genuinely felt like Town were together. I think we will play better. We have got injuries coming back. I also just want to give, and I'll keep going back and forth, but I do want to give a little bit of a shout out to Rakeel Pike. He got 25 minutes. He stupidly got himself booked within a minute of coming on. But it was good to see Rakeel back out there. You know, Rakeel's had a lot of flack since he joined Grimsby, but he was solid as well when he came on. He didn't really put a foot wrong. He made it difficult for Gillingham, and it was like, I can't fault anybody. Everybody was great, and this was one of the first times I felt like, this team believes in the manager. And now if we can keep that up, who knows? We're 8th at the moment. Didn't think I'd be saying that a month ago. But again, it's about not getting carried away with it. Artel did say in his post-match, he said we could lose the next 3. And it doesn't mean that we're a terrible side. Again, it doesn't. You know, I mean, we're not world beaters at the moment, but we've got that is our most wins back to back since 2022. 3 straight wins since the National League season. And Artel's slowly, and I'll say slowly, bringing me around. And no, that doesn't mean that if we have a bad result, I'm going to automatically turn the other way again. But tonight I could see, literally, they were all trying. They all really gave the effort for our shirt. And that's all you can ask. You know, while you play under the black and white, play for that shirt. Well, as we're playing yellow. As we're playing yellow instead. But it was kind of like, you know, credit to the lads. They played really compact and really as a team. And it was a pleasure to watch a Grimsby game without being so nervous, because we didn't look like conceding. And that was the best, not football from Grimsby, like I've said earlier, but best performance as in team performance. Everyone was on the same page. Everyone gave a 7 or 8 out of 10. I'll say an 8 out of 10. Some people could even say a 9. They were all good, right from 31 through to 32. They were all good. It was a fantastic performance, and that really just pleased me. That leaves Grimsby in 8th after that win. Still haven't drew so far this season. It's either been a win or a loss for Grimsby. We've got 3 straight wins now, and we take it on to the derby, shall we say, our derby for the season. Doncaster on Saturday. That's a 12:30 kickoff, by the way. I will be back with the preview for that Friday game after the pre-match press conferences. which will take place. I'll be back after that and see if we can make it 4 from 4. But there's no doubt if Town can keep the consistency up, in my opinion, may very well change on Artel. Who knows? But time will tell. But you cannot fault especially that performance. That was team performance 101, really. And it was immense. So, guys, I believe nearly 300 people, maybe more. Maybe someone can tell me who went, how many actually did go to Gillingham. But I know it was over 200. I know for certain it was over 230. And that, considering 400 odd people went to Carlisle, and then 250 people went to Gillingham. That is immense, especially on a Tuesday night. That is immense. And credit to you all, because I know it will be late before everyone returns back. But again, guys, that is my review. If you did go to the game, please give me your thoughts on it, because I could hear you lot through the TV. It was a pleasure to see. Let me know what you guys think down below. After our 3rd straight victory of the season, giving Gillingham their first defeat in a calendar year. They seem to struggle when they go up against Grimsby, don't they? And they got a draw last season at Gillingham. We beat them this season here at Gillingham. So, let me know your thoughts down below. How pleased are you with this win? Grimsby Town in 8th. Who'd have thought that? But I am gonna keep quite level-headed. I'm not gonna get carried away with that. But let's just keep our heads down and go again and get ready for Doncaster. I'll be back on Thursday or Friday with the pre-match for Doncaster. And until then, guys, unless anything big happens with the club, I will see you then. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. And up the bloody Mariners. That was wow. Up the Mariners. Guys, I'll see you soon. I can now officially say, I may not sound like it, I'm a little bit lost for words. Get in 1-0 Grimsby. I'll see you later on in the week for the Donny preview. I'll see you soon. Ta-ra, guys. Up the Mariners, up the Mariners. I think we should do a choir version of that, don't you? Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Ta-da.